Welcome students. Myself Professor Vikrant Palatsha welcome you in my YouTube channel Professor Vikrant Palatsha's Education. Dear student, in this video today we are going to solve the Savitribai Phule Pune University FY BCom problem of Financial Accounting Second Unit Final Accounts of the Charitable Trust that was asked in the university question paper in the year October 2022. So first of all, we'll read the full problem and thereafter we will solve this one. So on your screen you can see this was a problem asked in the Savitribai Phule Pune University question paper FY BCom in the year October 2022 on the unit final accounts of the charitable trust. What is mentioned there in the problem? So it is following is the receipt and payment account of Rajput Sports Club Rajasthan for the year ended 31st of December 2022. So there is a receipt and payment account is given of the Rajput Sports Club Limited Rajasthan for the year ended 31st December 2022. So in that account receipt side the amounts are given there: to cash in hand 17,200, to subscriptions 45,000, to entertainment receipts 8,200, to interest on government securities 1,500, to entrance fees 2,000, to sale proceed of waste paper 750, to membership fees 3,000, to miscellaneous receipts 750, to legacies full amount to be capitalized it is given 2,000. Okay, so it is the receipt side of the receipt and payment account, while under the payment side the given amounts are by salaries 18,000, by fax charges 1,200, by postage 1,800, by expenses on annual function 9,000, by magazines and periodicals 4,200, by repair to building 6,600, by stationery purchase 8,000, by rent and rates 7,000, by 10% government securities those are purchased on the date 1st of January 2022 and the amount is 20,000, by corporation taxes 1,200, and last amount by cash in hand 3,400. And now the account is closed and tallied for both the sides, that's receipts as well as payments 80,400. Okay, so it is the receipt and payment account provided there. And what is told? You are required to prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st of December 2022 by taking into consideration the following information. So they told you to prepare the receipt and payment account for the year ended 31st December 2022 by considering the following adjustments. Okay, there are three adjustments mentioned. Number one, 20% of entrance fees are to be capitalized, whereas 30% of membership fees are to be treated as revenue income. This is adjustment one. Then adjustment number second, stock of stationery on 31st of December 2022 was rupees 1,700, whereas on 1st January 2022 it was of rupees 1,000. And last and third adjustment, 5% depreciation is to be provided on the cost of building amounting to rupees 2 lakhs. Okay, so these are the three given adjustments. So this is the whole information, means receipt and payment account is given, adjustments are given, and from that you have to prepare income and expenditure account. Okay, so now we are going to prepare the income and expenditure. So before preparing this account, the things that we must remember. So it is what? Receipt and payment account given. And from this receipt and payment account, we have to prepare the income and expenditure account. And income and expenditure account only records the revenue incomes and revenue expenditure. So whenever we are transferring the amount to the income and expenditure account, we are going to transfer revenue income and revenue expenses only. That is the thing. Then there are three adjustments given. So therefore what you have to do, whatever the adjustments are given, you have to mark those amounts in the given account. So here receipt and payment account given and adjustments are given. So adjustment number 1, what they said, 20% of entrance fees are to be capitalized. So entrance fees is given where? In your receipt and payment account, it is given here under the receipt side. To entrance fees 2000. So mark on that. Then when we'll put up that amount in the income and expenditure account, we will also show the effect of this adjustment. Okay, in the same adjustment, what is mentioned further, whereas 30% of membership fees are to be treated as revenue income. So membership is also given where? Receipt side of your receipt and payment account. So also mark on that. So while transferring that amount, we will show the adjustment effect under our income and expenditure account. Okay. Then second adjustment, what is there? Stock of stationery on 31st December 2022 was rupees 1700, whereas on 1st January 2022 it was rupees 1000. Means what? The opening stock and the closing stock of the stationery is given. Okay, so it will affect on which item? It will affect on the item that is given under the payment side of the receipt and payment account. It is by stationery purchase. So mark on that. We will show the effect of this adjustment while preparing the income and expenditure account. Okay, and last adjustment is given what? 5% depreciation is to be provided on the cost of building amounting to rupees 2 lakhs. Means we have to provide the depreciation on the building. So building amount is not given there in the receipt and payment account. So this adjustment effect we will show while preparing the income and expenditure. Okay, now this is the total problem given. From this problem now we have to prepare here the income and expenditure account. So let's begin the preparation of the income and expenditure account. So first of all, give the appropriate heading to this account. In the books of Rajput Sports Club, Rajasthan, income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December 2022. So debit side of this account is the expenditure side, and income side of this account means that is credit side of this account is the income side. Okay, so what we will do, first of all, we will show all the expenditure and then we will show the all incomes. Okay, so first of all, now we are going to show all the expenditure, and all the expenditure that we have to transfer here in this income and expenditure account, those all are revenue expenditure. Okay, which expenditure? Revenue expenditure. So all these revenue expenditure we have to find out from the payment side of the given receipt and payment account. So okay, so look at your payment account, receipt and payment account. Payment side, what is the first one given? By salaries, and salary is the revenue expenditure. On the salary there is no adjustment, therefore transfer whole the salary amount to where? Under the expenditure side of the income and expenditure account. How much it is given? 18,000. So write down there to salaries 18,000. Okay, the next amount that is given, what is that? Under the payment side, by fax charges, it is also the revenue expenditure. So that amount also, whole amount where we have to transfer? Under the expenditure side. There is also no adjustment, so transfer whole amount there. To fax charges 1,200. Okay, the next, what is there? By postage, it is also revenue expenditure. So whole amount transferred to the expenditure side and there is no adjustment. So therefore to postage 1,800. The next one is given there is what? Under the payment side, by expenses on annual function, that is also the revenue expenditure. So whole amount we have to transfer there under the expenditure side of the income and expenditure account. So by expenses on annual function 9,000. The next one that is given what? By magazines and periodicals. This is also what? This is also the revenue expenditure. So whole amount of this we have to transfer under the expenditure side. There is also no adjustment. So therefore to magazines and periodicals it is 4,200. Okay. The next one is given what? By repair to building, that is also a revenue expenditure. So whole amount we have to transfer under the expenditure side of our income and expenditure account. So to repair to building 6,600. Okay, clear? The next, what is there? By stationery purchase 8,000. There is an adjustment on that. We have already marked it. What is the adjustment there? Stock of stationery on 31st December 2022 was rupees 1,700, whereas on 1st January 2022 it was of rupees 1,000. Okay. So there was a opening stock of the stationery in this adjustment given 1,000, and at the end of the year 31st December 2022 means that is the closing stock given here in the adjustment 1,700. Okay. And what happened during the year? Under the receipt and payment account, payment side, what is given there? By stationery purchase 8,000 means during the year we have purchased the stationery of rupees 8,000. Therefore, we have to do this adjustment by showing opening stock, purchase and closing stock in the expenditure side. So we are going to show it. So first of all, to stationery. While showing the stationery, first of all show what? Opening stock. How much is given at the beginning of the year means 1st January 2022? 1,000. In the opening stock, add purchase during the year. Purchase during the year is given where you can see under the payment side, stationery purchase, that is the purchase during the year. How much is that? 8,000. So take the total of this, how much it comes? 9,000. And then deduct the closing stock that is given in the adjustment. How much is the closing stock? 31st December 2022, 1,700. So deduct it. How much is that? 1,700. Okay, deduct from the 9,000 and therefore whatever the amount left, that will go to where? Under the outer column. And how much is that? 7,300. So therefore, if the information like is given there, means opening stock, closing stock, purchase is given there, then do the adjustment in this way. Okay, understood? So it is 7,300 the amount of the stationery. So after the stationery, the next amount is given there what? Rent and rates, 7,000. That is the revenue expenditure. And there is no adjustment. So show whole amount to the outer column expenditure side. To rent and rates 7,000. Clear? The next one. What is there? Buy 10% government securities. Now 10% government security is what? It is the investment. Means it is the asset. Means during the year we have purchased the 10% government securities, means we have purchased the investment, that is we have purchased the asset. So any expenditure for the purchase of asset, that is called as what? Capital expenditure. And we never shows the capital expenditure to the income and expenditure account. Therefore, this buy 10% government security does not appear under our income and expenditure account expenditure side. Why? Because whole amount is the capital expenditure and income and expenditure account never records any kind of capital expenditure or capital income. That's why. But under this 10% government securities in bracket, one very interesting information is given. The date of the purchase of these government securities. What is the date of the purchase? 1st of January 2022. So the effect of this purchase of the government security will affect while we are going to record the amounts under the income side of the income and expenditure account. There one amount is given there, interest on government securities, receipt side. This we are going to transfer under the income side of our income and expenditure account. So this 10% government security purchase on 1st January 2022, the effect of this we have to show on this amount. So we will show it later while showing the interest on government securities to the income side. Clear? The next amount is given by corporation taxes. This is what? This is the revenue expenditure. So show the whole amount there under the expenditure side. To corporation tax 1200. Okay. Then after that, what is the next one is given? Cash in hand. Cash in hand is what? Asset. So asset is capital thing. So that is not recorded there. That will recorded to the balance sheet. Okay. So means from the payment side, the given amount of the payments, and from that the amount which are revenue payments or revenue expenditure we have shown under our income and expenditure account expenditure side. So this is from the payment side. Now we have to look at to the adjustment. So adjustment number 1, that is belongs to the entrance fees and the membership fees. Those are the income item. So we will consider that one while recording the incomes there. Then adjustment number 2nd effect we have shown already. Now the last adjustment is there, that is related to what? For the depreciation. What is mentioned there? 5% depreciation is to be provided on the cost of building amounting to rupees 2 lakhs. Where we are showing the depreciation effect? So under the income and expenditure account expenditure side, and second effect to the balance sheet. So here we are preparing only income and expenditure account. So therefore we have to calculate the depreciation on the building, and we have to show it to where? Under our expenditure side of the income and expenditure account. So how much depreciation we have to calculate? 5%. On how much amount? 2 lakhs. So 2 lakhs on rupees on at the rate 5% is how much? Is rupees 10,000. So show whole amount of that to depreciation 10,000. Clear? So in this way, now the expenditure side is completed. Okay? Clear? Understood? Now we are going to prepare, we are going to show the amounts under the income side. So income side, first of all, what? To cash in hand. So cash in hand is what? Again, it is the capital income, and capital income never records under the income and expenditure side. It will go to the balance sheet. So we are not recording this to the income side. Now next one is what? Subscription. Now subscription is the revenue income. There is no adjustment given on the subscription. So therefore record the amount to the income side directly to the outer column by subscription 45,000. Clear? The next one is given to entertainment receipt. That is also what? Revenue income. So whole amount goes to the income side. There is no adjustment. Record it by entertainment receipts 8,200. Okay. Then next one is what? Interest on government securities. That is also what? That is also revenue income. So it should be recorded under the income side. But on this interest on government securities, there is a hidden adjustment. I already highlighted you. By 10% government securities purchased on 1st January 2022 are given there under the payment side. How much? 20,000. And on that the interest is given to the receipt side. Okay, how much? 1,500. When we purchase all these government securities on 1st January 2022, and when our year ends 31st December 2022, means we have to give, we should receive the interest on these government securities for whole year, for 12 months. At the rate how much? At the rate 10%. So how much is the amount of our government securities? 20,000. So at the rate 10% on rupees 20,000 for whole year, how much amount of the interest we have to receive? It is rupees 2,000. 10% on rupees 20,000. So it is rupees 2,000. But if you see under the receipt side, how much amount of interest is there? 1,500 only. Means we have to receive 2,000. But actually how much amount we received? Only rupees 1,500. So there is a difference of rupees 500. And this difference of rupees 500 is called as what? Outstanding interest on the government securities. What is that? Outstanding interest on the government securities. So this is the hidden adjustment that you should understand here. Okay. Now the effect of that we are going to show How to the income side? So first of all, by interest on government securities, inner column, right there 1500. Then in that add outstanding interest. How much? 500. And therefore the whole amount goes to the outer column is how much? 2000. Okay. So in this way we have to show the effect. So it is the hidden adjustment. So many a time such kind of hidden adjustments are given there. You should identify that and show it to your account properly. If you didn't identify it and didn't show the effect there, then your account won't be tallied and your last answer will be wrong. So do the adjustment like this. Clear? Understood? So it is about the interest on government securities. Now next one is given there. Entrance fees. How much is the entrance fees? 2000. So there is an adjustment on that. What is mentioned there? 20% of entrance fees are to be capitalized. So from this 2000, 20% entrance fee we have to capitalize. And you know, capital amounts we never records under the income and expenditure account. So from this 2000 we are going to capitalize 20% and remaining 80% should be revenue. So therefore the 80% amount what is left, that is the revenue amount, that you have to show under the income side of the income and expenditure account. So 80% of rupees 2000, how much it is? 1600. So therefore record that amount there under the income side. So therefore by entrance fees 1600. Understood? The next is what? To sell proceed of waste paper, that is all amount is the revenue. So record whole amount there under the income side. By sale proceeds of waste paper 750. The next amount is given there. What is that? To membership fees. On the membership fees adjustment is there. Number 1. So 30% of membership fees are to be treated as revenue income. So total amount of the membership fee is given there how much? 3000. And what they said under the adjustment, from that 3000, 30% should be treated as revenue income. And you know, revenue income we are recording under the income side of the income and expenditure account. So 30% of 3000 we have to show where? Under the income and expenditure account as membership fees. So 30% of 3000 is how much? So by membership fees 900. Clear? Understood? Then move on. Next one is what? To miscellaneous receipts. Okay, miscellaneous receipt is totally revenue income. So show that amount under the income side. By miscellaneous receipts 750. Next one is what? To legacies. And what is given to be capitalized? 2000. Means this whole amount is the capital income. And you know, capital income we never recorded under the income side of the income expenditure. So it is not recorded under the income and expenditure account income side. Okay, so in this way all the amount from the receipt side we have transferred to the income and expenditure account, as well as we have completed all the 3 adjustments. Okay, now we have to close down this account. So receipt and payment account close with the surplus and with the deficit. If your income is more than expenditure, at that time expenditure side you will get the surplus. Vice versa, if your expenditure is more than income, at that time income side means credit side you will get the deficit there. So at the end of this account, close this account, what we have to do? We have to calculate the surplus, or we have to calculate the deficit. So if you take down the total of the expenditure and the income, in that you can find out the expenditure side total is more than income side. Means expenditures are more than income. Therefore, there is a deficit to the income side. If you take the total of the expenditure side, you will get the total how much? 66,300. Okay, how much? 66,300. And if you total all the income from this, you can get the deficit there. By deficit, How much? 7,100, and then your account tally for both the sides 66,300. Okay. So dear student, in this video today we solve the problem of the charitable trust unit that was asked in the October 2022 question paper. I hope all this problem you understand very well. So for more videos like this, I request you kindly subscribe my YouTube channel by pressing the subscribe button as well as press on the notification icon for timely notification of such videos. So today we stop here. In the next videos, we will solve the different problems. Thank you all of you.